Today we're going to talk about 3 things that therapy cannot teach you, but life will. Stay tuned.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, tap auto download so new episodes are ready for you every time they drop. Now, let's dive in.
You can sit in therapy for years, decades even, and still not make a shift, still not make a change. What you may have developed, though, is a very trusting, dependable relationship, because that's what therapy is. It's a relationship between yourself and the therapist. And many people didn't learn how to nurture relationships, mainly from their primary caregiver. They did not learn that. Either a parent was absent, or the parent could have physically been there, but preoccupied in many ways. So people can be preoccupied because of substances, alcohol, drugs. They can be preoccupied because they have their own issues. And they can also be preoccupied because there are other siblings in the household and their spouse. That can take up a lot of their time. If you were a child that grew up not having much attention, or that your main needs, your primary needs were not met, it could leave you feeling very bereft within yourself. So you could suffer from depression. One of the ways in which therapy can help is to help you to explore in a safe environment, in a way that supports you fully to explore, to look back, and to make sense of what was going on. You've probably been blaming yourself. You've probably thought, just shake it off, get over it, and move on. You may have even been told that. But that's not how life works, and that's because of neuroscience. So psychology tells us that we have the compulsion to repeat. We want to repeat things, and the main reason is you think unconsciously that you'll be able to resolve it this time. So it's all unconscious. Many of you phone me for an initial consultation and say, this is your 5th relationship. They've all ended because of the same reason. And that's mainly because you've partnered with the same person. They may look different. They may be wearing different clothes. They may be from a different country. But underneath, they're the same. And that is because we have this compulsion to repeat behavior that hasn't been helpful. And so therapy can show you how to do that, but so can life. So life can show you many things. Therapy cannot fix what happened in the past, but therapy can help you to look at why you are the way you are, why you've come to be where you are. What life can show you, though, is what other people are all about. So a lot of people think they don't have to pay attention to other people. I think just the opposite. Please do pay attention, because you will be reflected in them. In today's episode, I want to share with you 3 things that therapy cannot teach you, but life absolutely will. These are the kinds of truths that sit in your bones. If you're going through one of those soul-stretching seasons right now, this might just help you, so let's begin. Number 1, pain doesn't always mean something's wrong. In therapy, we're trained to track discomfort. So I'm looking at body language, I'm looking at how you say words, how they come across through your lips. I'm looking at everything in therapy. So when we had the pandemic, it was a nightmare for me because all I could see on Zoom was from the head to the chest. I couldn't see anything else. Most therapists really suffered through the pandemic. However, it taught us many things. Sometimes life will remind you that pain isn't always a problem to fix. Sometimes it's a portal, it's an opening for you to go through. It's how you grow, it's how you break open, it's how you not break down. It's how the version of you that's been hiding or surviving finally comes forward. In psychological terms, Erik Erikson called this a developmental tension. So that's the idea that as you're growing, in spite of all that pain, you're growing because of the pain. But in the real world, this isn't theoretical. It feels like confusion, disappointment, loss, betrayal, all of those things. It shows up in the moment that you realize that what once worked, your coping, your old identity, it might mean you're actually becoming. You're becoming someone else, something else. At your core, you're you, but you're becoming.
If you're into living with purpose, clarity, and soul, the Aligned Living newsletter is exactly what you need. I am genuinely obsessed with creating it. Every week, I share strategies that work, drawn from close to 30 years as a therapist and soulful living being, plus powerful insights into spiritual and personal growth. You'll get access to free resources like the Self-Alignment Journal, e-courses to support your growth and journey, guided meditations, discounts on events and courses, and tools to help you shift your energy, habits, and mindset, all free when you sign up. I am building this with heart and honesty, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Head to the link in the show notes and join me today.
Number 2, you won't be fully understood, and that's not a failure. So one of the most sacred parts of therapy is feeling seen, feeling understood, and feeling heard. In therapy, we might explore why you need to be understood, why it's important to be understood. So we might validate the need for attunement. But life will teach you that sometimes the most important parts of you will never be fully explained. They were meant to be lived and not necessarily explained. Life will ask you, can you still honor your truth even if no one claps? Can you stay loyal to your path even when it's quiet, even when it's lonely? And when you're growing, it's a very lonely place. Psychologically, this relates to individuation. It's a Jungian idea. Carl Jung, he's a psychoanalyst. And it belongs to sort of seeking the other parts of yourself. And it's about selfhood when it comes to seeking those parts of yourself. So yes, therapy helps us to untangle that, but life will hand you the test. And lastly, number 3, you will outgrow the things that you once prayed to have. Therapy often walks with you through grief, but there's a specific kind of grief that life teaches best, the grief of becoming. You will outgrow friendships that you once begged for. Therapy is a beautiful, brave space. I recently completed this course that I'm offering now. It's called What If You Were Brave Enough? How to Move Past Fear to Get What You Actually Want. The link is in the description. When we talk about being brave, we really talk about moving forward in life. I deeply honor therapy. I would say that as a therapist, but I honor those who enter it. But in life is a teacher with no manual. You don't go to uni for life. It's a mirror that doesn't flatter. It's usually quite messy. It can even get quite ugly. Those parts of yourself that you've been trying to hide, that you so desperately don't want to look at, will be reflected in that mirror. You won't like it. You won't like what you see. But the whole purpose is that you can change what you see. So if you're in pain, if you're feeling misunderstood, ignored, letting go of something you once begged to have. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just seeking a change that you know you need. You're just being taught in a different classroom right now, the classroom called life. And if you're ready to step into your own healing journey right now, beyond the surface, beneath the surface, check out the course, What If You Were Brave Enough? How to Move Beyond Fear to Get What You Actually Want, and my guided audio series, and the self-alignment journal that's free to download. All the links are in the description. You'll find it all there. And until next time, stay true and stay curious. And if you're ready to learn more, check out the next video on screen and you'll see a playlist as well. Dive in and I'll see you there.